Shalom Akim, Shalom, Shalom, Lahab Akoyim. This is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Come with another lesson, alright, through the Spirit. Lord willing, to be edifying to the Lord's elect. And before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruchak, Wadash. Double honors into the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's going to come. All right, shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. All right, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. You Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen, all right, and who look like those heathen nations. But your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. All right, I want to say peace and blessings to you all, Barakathon. Okay, so pretty much I want to jump into this this video. All right, it's a compilation of videos that was shared by the beloved brother out of his YouTube channel is Arrows of Indignation 144. All right, 144. So the name of the video is, real quick, let me do this. All right, it says, hey Esau, we are not taking the bait. Let Babylon burn down far. As I am concerned, good riddance. All right, so yeah, you know, real dramatic with it, but you know what I'm saying. That's the sentiment, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the sentiment. And you know, there is no fixing this place, man. There's no saving, you know, this spot. You know, this place Babylon the Great. All right, everybody likes to say, God bless America. No, man, God damn America. You know what I'm saying? All right, if you actually understand the scriptures, then you understand that this place is Babylon the Great. You know what I'm saying? You understand that according to prophecy, all right, this place is going to have dominion in the earth in the last days, and then it's going to be utterly wasted. You know what I'm saying? So this is Babylon, excuse me. This is Jeremiah chapter 51. All right, and let's read verse. All right, verse 6. It says, "Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies." You see what I'm saying? So, you know, there is no salvation or whatever coming to this place, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say, surely in vain is salvation hoped in the hills. You know what I'm saying? Right? So let's get into this video real quick. All right, and then I'll get a couple precepts. It's about 6 minutes long, so bear with me. And fair use, all right, under the Copyright Act of 1976. Oh, shit. Salakia. Let me do this. Bear with me. That should be good.
For all the black Americans saying ICE isn't our problem, you do realize that rest is an important part of activism. And you don't get to tell people who have been fighting for decades for things you have probably enjoyed your entire life, and only recently had to give a second thought to, that they don't get to rest.
Hey look, they know how to protest. You hear me? They know how to protest. They know how to protest when it's against us. They They know how to organize when it's against us. They know how to burn our communities down. They know how to shoot at us, kill us. They know how to do everything when it's against us or against the system when it ain't about them. They know how to do it. Don't believe nothing they say. If they get in your comments talking about it's us and we don't need to do anything because this ain't never been about we. Not never. It's always been us against them. And now that them is turned against them, now it's we. No. We all know black people, we don't like we. Who is we? Who is we? Y'all know we don't like that. But don't believe nothing they say. And don't y'all get out in them streets. They know how to protest. They can ban books and ban schools and ban history and do all kinds of things to protest against their history being known. Against our history being known. They can protest a million things when it's against us. But now that they need to protest for the issues that they have caused, and all of a sudden they don't know how to do it. No. Don't believe it for 1 minute. They know what they're doing. They want us and our bodies to get out there to be the sacrificial lambs, to be the mammies, the mules. But we're not doing it. So don't y'all get out in them streets and don't believe nothing they say. They know how to protest.
Now you see exactly why black people said it.
Right. All right, so pretty much, it seems that Jake is finally figuring it out, man. You know what I'm saying? And the point of the matter is that it's always been so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? So-called black and brown, right? And you have always been the targets. Why? Because these elites know exactly who you are. You know what I'm saying? They know exactly where you stem from. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you that you're black. They'll tell you that you're Latina. You know what I'm saying? Latinos, Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you all these types of things that you're Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? But you are the Israelites, man. You are the Israelites. And the thing that they're really aiming for is the elect. All right? That's what this is all about. This is about the elect. They're looking for the elect of the nation of Israel, stemming from all 12 of the tribes. You know what I'm saying? And, they're going about it in multiple ways. You know what I'm saying? In multiple ways. To try and draw you out to the open, and they know that they have a short time to do this, as is written in Revelation chapter 12 verse 12. They've seized all the DNA from 23andMe. You know what I'm saying? All these DNA centers to try and look for the elect. You know what I'm saying? They got these people to put foreign substance inside their bodies back in 2020. You know what I'm saying? Which in many cases, all right, or many reports where different scientists are saying that it attacks the pineal gland. You know what I'm saying? In the frontal lobe. So people also call that the God gene, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to attack the elect. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to find the elect, right? So they try it that way. Now they're trying to incite the violence to get you out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? All right. And we know that 2/3 are going to take the bait, man. Is eventually 2/3 are going to take the bait. Eventually 2/3 are going to be swept into this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? All right, but that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for the elect of the nation of Israel. All right. And so, you got the fact that these Jakes ain't getting out there, all right, and running amok. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew what the whole scheme was. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden the Black Panthers want to show their face and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? All right, they never show their face in any other situation. You know what I'm saying? In any other conflict. All right, you know what I'm saying? But when this Edomite woman gets blasted on, all of a sudden they show up. Okay, and it's the same thing we saw a couple years back. What was that dude's name? Grandmaster Jay from NFAC. All right, what was it? Not Fucking Around Coalition. That was, it was completely a psyop. You know what I'm saying? Everybody could see that back then. Okay, and everybody can see it now. Right? So it's not something that's working in their favor. Okay, because they still haven't gotten you out there. All right, so this is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. It reads, "And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." You see? So now these Edomites are understanding what it feels like to be mowed down by these troops. You see what I'm saying? But any other time it was just fine. When it comes to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, I mean, they was literally just celebrating, all right, Alligator Alcatraz. They were literally just celebrating that. You know what I'm saying? They were celebrating the rounding up of all these Jakes, you know what I'm saying? All right. Being sent to El Salvador prisons where they're being treated like less than people, you know what I'm saying? Like less than cattle. You see what I'm saying? Torture and all that stuff, man. You know, they didn't care about that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have anything to say about that. But now when it's flipped and it's turned on to them, you see, now it's a problem. Now we got to do something. Or now we need to come together, and this is our fight collectively. All right, no. You know what I'm saying? It's one of two things, man. Either Jake finally figured this shit out on their own, or they've been listening to the prophets. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been telling y'all. All right, don't get involved with this shit, man. You see what I'm saying? All right, but like I said, eventually it's going to trickle into the 2/3. You know what I'm saying? Getting involved. All right. So let's take it back a little bit.
To be the sacrificial lambs, to be the mammies, the mules, but we're not doing it. So don't y'all get out in them streets and don't believe nothing they say. They know how to protest.
Now you see exactly why black people sat at home this whole fucking time. Because it was supposed to be us. You thought it was going to be us. And we said no. It was supposed to be us with the knees on our backs. It was supposed to be us with the bullets in our chest. It was supposed to be us getting dragged away, which is why the Trump administration was so antagonistic of black people to begin with. When they figured out that we weren't going to show up, that we weren't going to take the bait, they still had to figure out a way to put the fear of God in people. And you didn't think that it would be you. You thought that they would find someone else. You thought that you would be able to sit back and just say, oh my God, that's so terrible. Why would they treat people like that? And be able to live above it, but it's you. Tyranny always comes for you at some point. And it's here. Another person, another white man, another apparently straight white man with a good career serving his community is dead at the hands of ICE. Bullets in his chest.
Yeah. And I saw the full video too, like right in front of the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, that shit wild, man. That shit was wild, you know. And even that, you know, even with all the evidence right there that he wasn't being violent in any way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? You still got Kristi Noem getting up there saying that he was a domestic terror and he was trying to attack him. The whole thing is the whole you know, the whole narrative is being spun. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's buying it. You know, nobody's buying that shit. All right, but this is Jeremiah chapter 19 and verse 4. It says, Slakia. Oh, it's wrong spot. Isaiah. Let me go to Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 4. All right. Matter of fact, let me start at verse 2. Get to the point. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh Tazabawath. Right? So we're seeing these things going down, man. Okay? And this is the beginning of the civil conflict. All right?
We're standing up to the American government. It wasn't supposed to be you, was it? It wasn't supposed to be you. You didn't think the leopards would eat your face, but this was the plan all along. The only wrinkle to the plan is that they thought that they would use black bodies like they always did. Through slavery, through Jim Crow, through the black codes, through the civil rights movement, they thought that they would be able to establish their power, that they're this new world order, that the secret police are legitimate by showing you what they were willing to do and capable of doing to black bodies, but black bodies didn't show up. And now they're using you. Now they're saying it's illegal to go into your house without a judicial warrant. That's what they're doing. And I'm going to tell you something, we ain't showing up. We still not doing it.
They all want us in harm's way so bad.
Eventually you will. Eventually you will. All right? Because this devil knows how to box you in. All right? In a way that you can't go anywhere else but forward. You know what I'm saying? So this is Psalms chapter 10. And let's start at verse 7. It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. All right? Deceit and fraud. This is how these devils move. This is how they operate. You know what I'm saying? This is how they maneuver around these things, man. You know what I'm saying? Through deceit, through the fraud. Right? Because here it is. You got this chick, Kristi Noem's, talking about, all you gotta do is just show them the ID, just show them that shit. Look at this nigga. Look at this nigga drifting. This nigga drifted in the snow. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. What was I saying? You got this chick, Kristi Noem's, all right. Kristi Noem saying just get ready to show your ID. But then when people are showing their IDs, you know what I'm saying, that they're actually here legally, all right, they're still being rounded up. You see what I'm saying? Like nobody, like these jokers are not giving a shit. You know what I'm saying? They're slapping that shit out their hands. You know what I'm saying? That don't matter. And now it's come to the understanding that that these ICE agents are actually putting people inside a database. All right, a database, which lets you know that that this thing is all about getting this thing together with what was it? You got a couple different operations. One, you have Project Zypher and Project Pogo. All right, where they're taking all of your information. You know what I'm saying? They're tagging you, placing you in these categories within social media. You know what I'm saying? With what you're watching on YouTube and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And then they're placing you in different sections, different categories, right? And then you have the King Alfred plan. You have Rex 84. All right, where they're going to section people off. They're going to section off, okay, in different categories. One is for the ones that is for the reds. I believe it's the red where you actually cannot, you cannot, segue them into this new world. You're just going to have to off them. You know what I'm saying? And I believe you have the yellow, and the yellow is like this the category where they can still be what's the word, re-educated, you know what I'm saying, to be shifted into this new world, you know what I'm saying, but there's too many of them, so you're still gonna have to off a great percentage anyway, you know what I'm saying. But then you have, I believe, the blue category, and the blue category is pretty much where you can go and you just herd them into herd them into this new world, you know what I'm saying, into this new system. Okay, so when you look at these ICE agents and these jokers is talking about putting you in the database, all right, that's what it's talking about, right? That's what it's talking about. So again, it says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. All right. Again, the whole point is to get you Jakes out there, man. Okay, but this didn't go as planned. It didn't go as they were expecting. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, many of the brethren was saying like, yo, man, it's gonna be Esau that's gonna pop this shit off, man. It's not gonna be Jake. It's not gonna be Jake. All right, it's gonna be Esau that's gonna get this thing popping. Now you got these jokers from Antifa getting on there talking about it's time to get jiggy with it. You know what I'm saying? No more peaceful, nothing, this and that. You know what I'm saying? All right, all of this is the plan. Okay, verse 9, it says, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. You see what I'm saying? And so this is the point where we're at, where they're about to jump, roll on, you Jakes, man. All right.
That is something sinister about it. I've been saying this. You know what it is? It's this like trauma corn. They like to watch us be brutalized, attacked, beat up, unalive. Like they like to watch it. Like they have this weird fixation on seeing black people literally get terrorized. Like nobody could ever convince me of anything different, because why do y'all want us to go out there so badly? It's not like y'all are like trying to get us to go, to Congress or to get some type of bill, some type of legislation passed. Like, no, y'all literally want us to be out there physically fighting with ICE. It's like also a form of entertainment for them. Like they like to see us arguing. They like to see us up in arms. And it's also ritualistic in a way of they want to energy harvest off of us. Like it reminds me of like the movie It with the clown. And it could only attack you if you were afraid of him. Like it's like it needed to bring out the fear in people in order to be able to appear and in order to be able to strengthen himself and to be awake from his hibernation for an extended period of time. He had to harvest off of the fear of the children. And I feel like in this scenario, in this reality, in this simulation, it's our fear, it's our trauma that feeds the beast. It feeds the demonic forces and the demonic energy. It feeds whatever else they're trying to manifest, because they need us to help create new timelines. They need us to help create alternate reality, so to speak. So if we were to get out there and cause...
And there's some truth to that. You know what I'm saying? There's some truth to that. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. All right, because these devils need you to actually participate in the system. You know what I'm saying? All right, in one way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? That's like I went into in the previous lesson, going into the Hegelian dialectic. You know what I'm saying? Problem, reaction, solution. They need your participation in order for this to work. All right? And a lot of that participation relies heavily upon your fear. You know what I'm saying? So it says, Isaiah 47 and 1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer, the Lord Yahweh Tazabawath is his name, the Holy One of Yasher Allah. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 49. All right, because now these devils are moving in such a way where it's where they can't even pretend to be morally righteous anymore. They can't even pretend to have this moral high ground, because they're literally trampling over the Constitution while they're doing this. You know what I'm saying? Even MAGA is split down the middle on this subject now, because now it's touching them. Now it's touching their Constitution, their Bill of Rights. You know what I'm saying? Now they're looking directly at a fascist state being formulated in front of them. You know what I'm saying? And they have to ask themselves, am I going to abandon what is the Constitution? Am I going to abandon all these principles that I say that I follow, that I say that I uphold, just so I can be a loyalist to this orange man who's on his way out the door? You know what I'm saying? Because that nigga ain't gonna last very long. You know what I'm saying? With the way he is. You know what I'm saying? This Joker is literally going through acute dementia. You know what I'm saying? He is really going through it. All right, you got these he's got these discoloration within his hands. You know what I'm saying? His feet swelling up. I mean, you can tell that the makeup is oversaturated, you know what I'm saying, to try and hide this thing. All right, and it's just not looking good, man. It's not looking good. So these jokers are using Trump to get this thing popping quick, you know what I'm saying, before he exits the building. You see what I'm saying? So let's see. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 7. It reads, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Its counsel perished from the prudent. Is their wisdom vanished? You see? Is there wisdom left? Because these jokers are not thinking before they're acting. You know what I'm saying? They're not thinking anymore. They're just going straight out there and saying, oh yeah, that was a terrorist. Yeah, he was a DT. You know what I'm saying? All right. Remove the evidence, remove all this stuff, no investigation, you know what I'm saying? Tell the local police officers to stand down. We told you this. We told you that when there's no more police out here, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? All right, we told you this. This day was coming. All right? But this is the thing, though. They're not going to have this transition be as soft and as smooth as they would like. You know what I'm saying? They crunched all the numbers. All right. In their mind, this thing's gonna go this way, when the Lord's gonna have it go completely left. You know what I'm saying? This is Job chapter 20. All right. Let's see, Job chapter 20 and verse... Job chapter 20, verse 18, it says, that which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor. Because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. You know what I'm saying? These jokers are not going to let him, you know what I'm saying, just coast his way through this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to send in the robots. He's gonna have to show the world that he was full of shit the whole time. You know what I'm saying? That he's not about this democracy and liberty and all that stuff that he portrays. Okay, is wisdom no more in Teman? Right? Verse 21, it says, there shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. That word straits, S-T-R-A-I-T-S, is going into difficulties. You see, saying difficulties, man. Okay? In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When you go into the word for the wicked, is going into the laborers, man. All right, the laborers. So, you know, these Americans are going to go against the system. You see what I'm saying? And he's going to have a lot on his hands, man. He's going to have a lot on his hands because on the one hand he took over Venezuela. All right, he took over Venezuela. He presented it to these big billionaire oil companies. They said, nah, we're not really interested in all that, you know what I'm saying, because it's a whole bunch of crude oil, you know what I'm saying. All right, it's going to cost too much to go and refine all that crude oil into what we actually want, you know what I'm saying. So that's a bust. And he's got to deal with the backlash internationally regarding that. And then these same Amalekites is telling him to go take Greenland. Go take Greenland, you know what I'm saying? And he's just going left and right and center, talking about we're gonna take this thing, we're gonna take it now, you know what I'm saying? And all the allies are turning away from America, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's got that to deal with. All right, he's got to deal with dismantling this Constitution while at the same time pretending like he's upholding the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? So he's got to deal with that. Then he's got to deal with the situation over in Gaza. You know what I'm saying? All these people, you know what I'm saying, who's supposed to be signatories to this border peace. But then you got Russia, and Russia's like, nah, I ain't joining that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's full of shit. It's full of shit. You know what I'm saying? So they know that's not going. That's a bust. You know. Then what else? What else? These Amalekites are telling them to go to Iran, and then Russia's like, if you go to Iran, you're gonna have to deal with us. You're gonna have to deal with China. You're gonna have to deal with North Korea. You're gonna have to deal with Pakistan. You're gonna have to deal with. You see what I'm saying? It's just all these different things. Okay, all these different things that this old man's trying to figure out, and he's almost out the door. You know what I'm saying? He's almost out the door, man. And he's trying to uphold all this America is the strongest and the greatest and rah without any allies. You know what I'm saying? Without any allies, man, because they are slowly but surely removing themselves from this whole talk of an alliance. So none of this is going to go well for these Edomites, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what we got left. Yeah, it's almost over.
Mass civil unrest, and of course martial law would enact, and we would be seriously in a police state, like we already are, but it would be even more cause to call in the troops and round the people up, and then who knows what that would trickle into. Shit, we might end up in motherfucking internment camps out this motherfucker. Like, for real, we really have to think about that.
Right. So that's it. So let me finish this off in the book of Jeremiah. Let's stay in Jeremiah chapter 49. All right. And let's hit verse. Let's hit verse 13. It says, "For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual wastes. I have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, Gather ye together, and come against her, and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, and despised among men." And this is another clue to let you know that this Babylon is being spoken of here in Jeremiah, okay, is also talking about Edom. You see, that's a clue to let you know that it's talking about Edom, because you find the same exact sentiment over in the book of Obadiah. All right, you see. So again, it says, "For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, and despised among men. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord Yahweh. All right. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. All right. Verse 18, and as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbors' cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to cut that there, man. I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, this has been your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wacha Kudash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. All right, Shalom.